This building was the site of one of the most seminal events of the early 20th century. Located at the corner of Green Street and Washington Place, today it's a part of NYU and known as the Brown Building. Originally, it was called the Ash Building, but it's probably best known most infamously as the Triangle Shirtwaist Company Factory Building. At the turn of the last century, Lower Manhattan was the capital of garment manufacturing, employing many of the new immigrants that had just moved to the Lower East Side. You can see that this building had several garment companies, and on the top 3 floors was the Triangle Shirtwaist Company. On March 25, 1911, one of the worst industrial disasters in the history of this country took place right here. 146 garment workers lost their lives in the fire that started up on the 8th floor. I really wanted to focus on the aftermath and consequences of the fire, so I'm not going to go into the details of the actual event, but mistakes were made and this was probably preventable. While this incident was certainly one of the most tragic in the early history of the city, it had many positive, far-reaching implications, both for the city and for the rest of the country as well. In the immediate aftermath of the public's outcry, the New York State Factory Investigating Commission was formed. Its work examining nearly 2,000 factories around the state led to the adoption of dozens of new laws here that would eventually become the standard around the country. Examples include mandating better building entrances and exits, creating fire safety requirements such as fire extinguishers, fire alarm systems, and automatic sprinkler systems. They also added new regulations to create healthier and cleaner working environments, as well as enacting limits on the number of hours women and children could work each week. New York State also passed the first ever workers' compensation law after witnessing the financial hardships of victims' families. Lastly, in a broader sense, this caused both a major political shift towards workplace safety, which directly influenced some New Deal policies, and had a big impact on the public's perception of labor unions. Membership in unions went up drastically after this event, and their influence and power grew exponentially from that point on, which is a lasting effect that we still see today. While the building still remained in use after the fire and now houses NYU's chemistry and biology departments, a memorial to the tragedy was only installed in 2023. It has all the names of the victims listed, and if you go in the middle of the day, you'll see the sun shine through the names, casting a shadow onto the building. The wall's also wrapped in old street vault lights, similar to what would have been on the sidewalk when so many people lost their lives that tragic day.